Yo, this is Rick Mahorn, the bad boy, giving a shout out to my man Drew, Detroit Drew. Make sure you tune in on his YouTube channel, Detroit Drew. Bad boy.
Are you ready?
Yo, what's good, peeps, man? Happy Free Smoke Saturday. How you guys doing, man? Welcome back to Above the Rim, man. For the first time ever, we are live on 3 platforms. First, we are live on my channel. Second, we are live on the official DSA channel. And third, we are live on Periscope, which you can go check that out on Twitter as well. So there should be no excuse for the peeps not to be turned in on this one today. Man, we got some good stuff to talk about today involving the Pistons, the NBA bubble. A lot of good games going on. A lot of good games happening today, but let's jump right into it. Before we do, man, let's introduce you to who we're rocking with today. First up, we got the newest member of the Detroit Sports Alliance, Pistons Talk. Pistons Talk, man, what's going on?
Not much, you guys. Make sure you guys like that video, subscribe to the new DSA YouTube channel, and let's have a great show, you guys.
Yes, sir. Last, but certainly not least, we have the heart of the city, 313, JMO, Mr. Free Smoke Saturday himself. What is going on, man?
What's good, everybody? Y'all know what it is, man.
Absolutely. JMO, can you go ahead and shout out the peeps in the chat for us?
All right, make sure you guys like the video. We got B-Ball Grashik, Kyle Webb in the building, Alex Love Francois in the building, Devin 99 in the building. What's good? Blue and Silver Phantom in the building. What's good? Derrickis Armstrong in the building. Make sure you guys subscribe to our channels in the description, y'all. Let's go.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and start things off with this one. There was a Twitter account. Now, if it has any truth to it, I don't know. It's really all speculation. Pistons Talk, I know you shared it, so I know you'll know who it came from. But there is some rumors and speculations that the non-playoff teams, including the Detroit Pistons, may be invited to Orlando to train, work out, and do some off-season stuff. Pistons Talk, man. Can you expand upon that? And what does this mean for our Detroit Pistons?
Well, the source from it was the guy from The Athletic, so I think we can trust it. They're pretty reliable when it does come to that. And I think that's something that a lot of the GMs and, the coaches, I mean, Coach Casey, for example, has been really harping on, getting these guys some playing time. Because right now they can only do 1 versus 0 in player development. And, we have a lot of young guys that we need to develop, like Sekou, Luke, Svi, Jordan Bone, Lewis King. I think it's going to be really good for the Pistons to get that opportunity down in Orlando.
Absolutely, man. I think that any basketball for the Pistons going forward is good basketball. We need something to showcase what we got, what we can develop on. We need something where Casey is with these guys. A lot of these guys are friends with the guys inside the bubble, so maybe they can go pick up brains or something. I don't know. JMO, man, what are your thoughts about the Pistons and the other non-playoff teams potentially getting invited to the bubble in Orlando to train and such other things?
Well, it's good news after hearing that it wasn't going to be a second bubble. They wasn't going to even try, to make a broke bubble. And I love calling it that because that's what it would have been even if they would have did it. And when I'm looking at the Pistons, we need a lot of development with our players, and it's a lot of these teams that aren't in the bubble right now. They're literally young teams for the most part that need to develop outside of a team like Golden State. So all of these teams need this, and I'm glad they're doing something because, like I said, you cannot have them not playing basketball for this amount of time, and then everybody else gets to stay ramped up and in shape and gets to get used to competition. No summer league, no G League, no nothing. It's something that you cannot allow. And I think a lot of the coaches and general managers and even owners are like, screaming on the table, like, we need to have some type of basketball. Let us do something. At least let them train and have scrimmages against the other teams. That's way better than nothing.
This is true. Like you said, man, anything is better than nothing at the end of the day. So whatever it takes for us to get Detroit basketball back, I am all for it 125%. So, hey,
No, I'm
man.
laughing at the comment. It says, "Please do not draft Obi Toppin." That was just so random, but Obi's a beast, man.
I won't be mad if we take Obi, man. I really wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. Like he can play.
I don't know if I'd be like stoked upon it, but hey, we'll talk draft. We are officially 12 days away from the draft lottery, so we will be finding out what position the Detroit Pistons will be taking here in just under 2 weeks. We will be live on JMO's channel for the draft lottery, so that way you can catch our live reaction to if the miracle happens where we get the number 1 pick, or you can see our reactions for when the worst of the worst happens and we get the 9th overall pick. So you're definitely going to want to go subscribe to JMO because all that will be on his channel. And then we will be live for the NBA draft on my channel. So you guys, just for calendar purposes, write it down, circle it, mark your calendar so that way you guys don't miss a single beat of DSA action. So let's go ahead and kind of talk some draft here for a second. Bleacher Report is doing some more mock drafts. That's kind of what they're doing right now. We're really close to finding out where teams are going to be. So we'll get a lot more mock drafts to react to and kind of feed off from. But in their latest mock draft, they had the Detroit Pistons falling to the 7th pick and taking Tyrese Halliburton. J-Mo, if the Pistons fall to 7, is Tyrese Halliburton a good fit for him? And if not, what are some other candidates you're looking at here to take at the 7th pick if we do fall?
Yeah, if we fall to 7 and take Tyrese Halliburton, it just let me know that the Pistons they being super safe. They not trying to take any player because he's probably one of the most safest players. Is he a good fit? I really don't know because I think the point guard that we do have needs to be a very, very good ball handler. But I really don't know if he fit with us or not. It's something that I would actually have to see before I judge him because it depends on how we use him. If we try to give him the keys and all the opportunity, it might be different than if we use him as a specialist off the bench or something like that. So I have to see about that. But yeah, we take Halliburton. No, at 7, it's a lot of players I would take. I'm taking Danny Avdija still on the board for sure. I'm taking.
I think in the mock draft, I think he went 5 to Cleveland in the mock draft. If I'm not
What
mistaken.
about Cole Anthony?
He was available.
Yeah.
I'm taking Cole Anthony. I'm taking Kiera Lewis. Obi Toppin was off the board. James Wiseman was off the board.
Here, let me see if I can't. I
would say Obi Toppin and James Wiseman.
Let me see if I can't find. Let me see if I can't find it real quick. I think I just typed it.
As much as I don't like Cole Anthony's decision making, and the fact that he really plays much like a scorer, not a point guard, I've said this before. That can be developed. You can teach somebody how to play point guard. So I'm not gonna like that boy can ball. He don't look like a winning type of player, but like that can be learned if you go to the right organization. So I would definitely take Cole before Tyrese.
Oh, damn, I just had it.
I want to put it on the screen real quick. Let me type in Bleacher Report mock draft because I know that's what will come up.
Here it is. So
yeah, let's see. Diego Cortez says, "Let's get Van Vliet and Adebayo. Let's get Adebayo." And that's it. Bam is not available until after this year, apparently, unless they want to trade for him now. But I don't think that's going to happen. So,
no, I can't find it right now. But
I got it on my phone.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
go ahead and read it to the peeps.
So first was LaMelo Ball to the Chicago Bulls. Second was Anthony Edwards to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Third was James Wiseman to the Washington Wizards. That's an interesting one. Fourth is Obi Toppin to the Golden State Warriors. Fifth is Denny Avdija to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sixth is Isaac Okoro to the Atlanta Hawks. And 7 is Tyrese Halliburton to the Detroit Pistons.
No, wait. So who got big after Halliburton? Because that's where who got big after.
The more I'm reading, I like not even Bleacher Report, but a lot of other article sites have us taking Halliburton. So I don't know if that's maybe some inside intel that they know about, But
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. the Pistons do. I'm telling you, if Cole Anthony or Kierra Lewis on the board, we take Halliburton, I'm not gonna be happy. But I'm gonna hope that he beats great because he got to be a Piston. So I have to be on board. But I'm not gonna be happy. Just like when we didn't take Bol and KPJ, I'm gonna be pissed about it. I'm not gonna be happy.
I don't think he's bad though. Like
No,
I think he's
it's
solid.
like 7th overall. No.
Yeah.
No.
to me, it's a safe pick, like you said, because he's probably the most NBA ready player right now. Because even the article Bleacher Report mentioned, they said, "Oh, you could put D Rose at the 1, and maybe you could throw him over at the 2 because he can't play some 2 guard the way he plays." But it's just a safe pick. I'd rather take a gamble on Kyra or Cole Anthony, like you said. I mean, if you fall down to 7, might as well gamble.
I'm gonna pick somebody with the starts with maybe some star potential. Like I'm 100%. Like y'all know, I ripped Cole Anthony. I've ripped him, but I'm 100% taking him at 7 because based on the play, all the players that I want got drafted. If that's how they got drafted, based on what you said. So Cole Anthony to me is like the next best player on the board, unless we're forgetting somebody. So.
Yeah, I think the gamble's there. If we're at 7 and it's Halliburton, Cole Anthony, Killian Hayes, because I don't think Killian got taken.
No, he didn't.
I'll take Killian then. 100%. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I forgot about. I know I was forgetting. I'm 100% taking Killian. If they don't take Killian at 7, y'all might not see J-Mo because things might happen. if we at 7 and they don't take Killian, I'm gonna lose it.
Watch him take Oneko Kongwu at 7.
Right,
come on, man.
Screw it.
You're doing your best Bravo impersonation right now, man. That's terrible. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, it's Killian or Cole.
I don't got a problem with him, but we need a point guard first.
I don't have anything against Halliburton. I think he'll be a good player, but I just think there's better point guards in this draft than Halliburton. Like you guys said, he is the best at being most probably NBA ready, but I don't really see star potential out of him. I think he could be a great backup point guard. He can lead an offense. He's a decent player all the way around, but he just doesn't look special. He's going to be okay. He's going to be solid, but I don't think he has the ceiling as much as the other people in this draft do. Like Cole Anthony, well, let's go ahead and use him, man. He could be a star or he could be a bust. You don't really know, but he's got the potential to do that.
Because is him being a bust like just scoring empty points? Because like it's hard for him to believe he's not going to be able to score.
Yeah, I think his problem would probably be defending and playmaking at the NBA level. Like if he turned the ball over a lot and he wasn't able to stop people, so like that way, if he scored 25, someone dropped 30 on him like that, and with like 10 turnovers or whatever, that might be his problem in the NBA. So like the stats might look good, but turnovers and poor defense will look bad on him. I don't think he's going to be a great defender in the league anyway, but
that's something that we have to see. And I do think Halliburton will be at least, average at worst at defense. I think he'll be solid, but yeah, that's my main thing. The comment is his jumper. He can't get that off in the NBA. Like unless he's wide open or something, he can't get that. He can't get his jumper off.
Cole Anthony is basically Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, I saw that. I had to ignore that. Like I don't know what you're talking about. Reggie couldn't dream of being as good as Cole. I'm sorry.
maybe when healthy, but I don't know.
Nah, Reggie had those handles rookie year. You seen Cole handles, bro? That boy filthy. Cole Anthony is filthy, man. Got some nice athleticism to him. Look, say whatever you want about him not being a winning player because that's documented, and I'm with that. But I was just saying, I don't think he's not going to be able to score. I think he's going to come into the league scoring 15, 16 easily.
Jim, was it you who said that Cole Anthony said he wasn't 100% healthy?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he wasn't healthy the entire year. And I'm like, at first I'm like, whatever. But I'm like, if he wasn't, because he's one of the players I watched in high school. And when I watched him in college, yeah, he averaged 19 points a game, but the efficiency was terrible. And to me, he just did look like the same player he looked in high school. And it wasn't he's in a better league now because he was averaging 19 points a game. Dudes in college couldn't guard him. It wasn't that. It's just he didn't look like the same guy. And he did have a lot of injury issues. And I feel like he had to come back because obviously they were losing. Like you saw how much I was going in them for North Carolina losing like that. I've never seen them that bad. But he had to probably come back for his draft stock when he wasn't 100% healthy. Because if he would have stayed out, his draft stock probably would have plummeted even more. So he probably had to come back, and he said he's healthy now. I believe him. I'm not taking him over some other guys, but if he's at 7, if I'm taking Killian Hayes first, but then I'm definitely picking him up because I do think he'll be able to score. I can't talk about playmaking or defense, you know.
Absolutely, guys. We are live on 3 channels here, man. We are live here on Detroit Drew's channel. That's me, in case you guys don't know. We are live on the DSA channel. Make sure you guys go subscribe to that. The link is in the description. That's where you can find all of our content, the Above the Rims, the roundtables, our hockey show Offsides, any DSA show like this. You can go check it out over there as well. And then we are also live on Periscope. You can go ahead and find that on Twitter. Pistons Talk, I seen you were about to say something, man. What were you about to go for?
You know, some people with Cole Anthony, they think that Derrick Rose could be a good mentor for him because they kind of have similar playing styles. Like, you could probably say Derrick Rose is a score-first point guard. He always looks to score first, which I wouldn't think Derrick Rose wouldn't be. It'd be actually a really great fit as a mentor for Cole Anthony, but maybe he was injured. He would have way better playmaking, to dish it to Luke, dish it to Sekou. He's going to have better teammates if the Pistons do decide to go that route.
No, look, if they decide to go that route, I'm like, he need to be starting to put the ball in his hand. Let's see what happens. Because sometimes that's what you have to do. And Anthony Edwards, to me, is the best player in the draft. He averaged 20 points on 38% shooting as well. So it's KGYBT. You saying he's better than Tyrese, better than Cole? Well, is he better than Anthony Edwards? Because he had better efficiency than Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards' efficiency wasn't good either. But you watch the games and you're like, it doesn't matter. And I think if Cole in the right situation, all that stuff in college doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what translates to the NBA. And the man handles filthy, and he can score, shooting, all that other stuff is something we had to figure out. But I already told y'all, he go to the right situation, he's gonna be a problem. Go to the wrong situation, he's gonna be putting up empty points. But if he goes to the right situation, that dude he's gonna be good, and he's gonna surprise some people. So,
Do you think he could thrive here?
Yes, I do.
I do. Yeah.
Yes, I do. I think any of the point guards can thrive here only because our situation is unique. Like I've been saying, besides Golden State, and I know they want to say we rebuilding, we really not. We really retooling. We're not a team that's like far away from winning to the point where we have to have some type of losing culture. You come here, we're gonna be. I mean, people want to say Blake don't be healthy, but he played his most games ever for us in a season since like his second year. So I assume he'll at least be here for 60 games, 65 games. That's the case. You're gonna be trying to win, but no, Cole is gonna fit here because it's about opportunity. D Rose will be the number 1 guard closing games, but he'll mentor D Rose and then you have an opportunity. I know guys love Bruce Brown and Kyrie Thomas, but they can't mess with Cole. It's a talent type of thing. And like Pistons Talk said, when you're around Luke Kennard and Fee and Blake, when you're around better players, it's just a little bit different,
Yeah, absolutely. I think that if we go ahead and draft a point guard, we're looking to build this backcourt. Rather, if it's LaMelo, which I've seen someone ask, can LaMelo bring the hype back to the Motor City? Absolutely, man, he can. Rather, if it's Killian Hayes, Cole Anthony, Lewis, even Halliburton, because that's what the original question. These point guards are going to have a lot of options to work with here, man. Like, we're going to be healthy. We got young guards who can shoot the lights out, a very high clip from downtown. Like, this is going to be a rookie point guard's dream to come to this. Like, there's not too many teams that are going to be in the lottery that have this many options and tools to work with year number 1. So, if I'm a point guard in this draft, I want to go to Detroit for my rookie year.
Yeah, if you look at John Morant, look, I'm giving him all the credit in the world, but that Memphis team, there's a lot of talent on that team. They got Jaren Jackson, Dylan Brooks. I'm giving him all the credit. He's the man. But Ja didn't just go to a team that was just like barren, like when Trey went to the Hawks. Like, no offense, I don't think Ja's doing that on the Hawks 3 years ago with that team. Memphis got a squad. Ja had to elevate them to the next level. That's what they needed. They needed that point guard to elevate them, and that's what he did. So if Cole's coming here, whether it's Cole, Killian, like you were saying, it's different because you're gonna be in a much better situation on a much better team. It's so much easier for players to either be like Trey, where you can get all the shots all day, or go on a team that's good that allows you to develop.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that we could maybe be that Memphis or the Pelicans in the terms of we're one rookie away from being a playoff team. You know, I really think that's the case. A good rookie. Zion and John Morant went to their best destinations possible. Zion's got a bunch of young talent to work with the Pelicans. He's just got a bad coach. I'm sorry, JMO. I have to bring it up for you.
Bro. Talk about him, bro. He's garbage, bro.
and then Ja went to the perfect situation in Memphis where they are well coached, got great teammates, great big men over there. Valanciunas and Jackson are good people for him to work with in the pick and roll game. And it just worked out so well. They're a good defensive team. It was just a perfect fit for both those guys. And I think that as a point guard in this draft, I'm going to Detroit, man. That's where I want to go. But who am I? I'm not in the draft, so maybe people feel different. You guys need to go follow Pistons Talk on Instagram or Twitter because this is where this video is coming from. Jordan Bowen has changed his jump shot a little bit. He is shooting multiple jumpers lefty, like Manu Ginobili, man. He looks great. Is this a step in the right direction for his development? Pistons Talk, man, I'm going to start this one off to you. You showed us the video, man. What are your thoughts on this, and how can you be encouraged from this development?
I don't know if he was just, screwing around at the gym. Maybe he was bored, or maybe this is for real. His jump shot before, this like right-handed jump shot, it was kind of a step slow. This one looks a little bit more quicker, and I'm kind of encouraged by that. I don't know how much he's been working on it, but I don't know what to really think of it. We don't really get to see him play that much, so I'll throw it to you guys. I really don't know what to think of it.
Well, Jambo, man, what are your thoughts about Jordan Bowen changing his jump shot, or maybe adding another, tool to his jump shot of shooting left-handed?
Can I respond to this comment, please?
JMO, it is Free Smoke Saturday, man.
Bro.
What you got?
King YB. That's because they actually don't know anything about our team. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest with you. Let's be honest with it. Whether you like it or not, Blake on his broken knees dragged this team to the playoffs. And to me, the team, if we keeping Christian Wood around, this is going to be a great situation for any young player that comes to the Pistons, even if it's not a point guard, will be pissed. They should be fine because you gotta, even though I don't like Casey as much as people, you got a stable enough coach and you have stable enough talent. Simple as that. And I don't know how the Pistons are the worst rebuild. And I hate all these other teams. None of these teams got no culture of winning anything, but the Bulls and the Warriors and us. I'm not counting Cleveland. They got one chip. Thank you, LeBron. Like, they don't have no culture of winning, man. So, and I know we've been struggling lately, but the Pistons, we've always had that type of winning culture, and we try to build it. It's a great situation. But I don't know why Jordan Bowen changed the shot in the first place. I didn't think it was anything wrong with it. Now, it might be more fluid now. It might look a little bit more pure, but I don't know why he did that. And we haven't seen him play that much in the NBA. And when he's been in the G League, his shot is wet. So I don't really know why he changed it. I don't know if he was playing around. But if it's something he wants to do and it helps him improve, maybe he needs to get his shot off a little bit quicker. But to me, that was never – to me, Jordan Bowen is a guy that just needs some opportunity to get his feet wet. I don't really have that many question marks about him as a player, if I'm being honest with you. Of course, we haven't seen him on the court. But if I'm looking at what I've seen from the G League to now, I don't have that many questions. I just have to see, once we put you on the court, what can you do? So I didn't think his shot was a problem. But if he wants to change it, more power to him. I'm all for basketball players trying to improve themselves.
Absolutely. I'm going to give my take on it. I want to answer this question or pass this one to you guys real quick. I think that this is something that we really don't see too much in the NBA. I think it's really popular in baseball, and that's about it. Of switching it up, we got switch hitters in baseball. Maybe this is gonna be like a switching batter for basketball, if that makes sense. Where depending on which direction he's going, he can pull up right-handed or left-handed. Maybe he's ambidextrous. Maybe he's just trying to practice finishing around the rim. I don't know. But Pistons talk, man. We got a question for you, man. If the Detroit Pistons get the number 1 pick in the draft from the lottery, are they picking Edwards or LaMelo?
LaMelo Ball all day. I'm sorry. I got to go with Melo. Nothing against Edwards. I just want a point guard really bad. But, I mean, you could – either of those guys to me, that's 1 and 2 in my opinion. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Melo's high on mine. J-Mo, man, why don't you go ahead, man? If we get the number 1 pick, are you taking Edwards or Melo?
Oh, we gonna say Melo, and I think a lot of the Pistons fans are gonna be upset about it. Because I mean, it's a group of Pistons fans that don't even want Melo. Y'all don't know basketball. I'm gonna just leave it at that. And I cannot blame any person for wanting Edwards over Melo when Edwards is technically the better player. So, okay. But I'm taking Melo every day of the week and twice on Sunday. I'm taking the point guard that can score over just a guy that can score. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Melo definitely has to change his jump shot. I definitely think he does. And he might have to work on efficiency. But like I said, day 1, he's going to be giving you 6 or 7 assists and at least giving you 14 at least. So, and that's all I need from him year 1 as we continue to build. Because you got Blake and you got other guys on the team, that can score points and do this. But we need him to run the offense. So I'm taking him over Edwards. But if anybody wants Edwards, I can't be mad at him. Edwards is the man.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I just think if we take Edwards, though, Bruce, Steve, Luke, one of those guys is going to be gone. There's no way we're going to keep all 4 of them. So, and just looking at the point guard market and free agency, there's not really too many guys out there like I'm stoked about, and that's a position that we need to fill this off season. So, I mean, if you want to start Derrick Rose and have like Bone get called up, I don't know if Bone's really ready to have that many minutes or that kind of a burden yet. He might be. I don't know. You can only find out by put him in the role, but if it don't work out, you really don't have a plan B. And free agency is really weak for it. You're gonna have to go out there. You have to trade for a decent point guard, but even then, it's not going to be a permanent fix. It's only going to be temporary. You gotta go out there and find a guy that you can build around. So maybe next year, if we go with the Edwards route, that's what we'll be looking for. I don't know, but if we take Edwards, one of our young guards will be.
It's just my thing, though. If we take Edwards, is Blake the point guard? Like, who the point guard? Because let's be 100%. What if this happens and we got Edwards? He's on the team now.
Edwards
What
would
the hell?
thrive more.
What are we doing at point guard?
If we're
Let's say Edwards is on our team right now. What are we doing at point? Like, we
probably
got
Derrick
Edwards.
Rose. Derrick Rose.
And I mean, if Edwards on my team right now, I think he give you 18. I'm just letting you know out the gate. Unless something happens in, 18, 20 maybe.
Yeah.
But if he's on our squad, we still need a damn point guard, and that's my problem. It's not like, okay, if you want to take the best player available, you take him. You don't take I mean, if somebody's taking Zion over Ja because Zion is Zion, Ja's the point guard, he's doing well, but you taking Zion, I understand. But once we get Edwards on the squad, who's playing point guard? Are we just gonna be like, yeah, everybody play point? like Blake, you the point, Derrick Rose, you the point, Luke, you the point, Bruce, you the point, Speed, you the point. Who's
I think they go
guard?
after Van Vliet if they go in that direction.
No,
So you telling me
please,
so they gonna say F Luke and F Bruce and F Speed and just get Van Vliet?
No, like you said, if we had Edwards, let's say they draft Edwards, I think they're going to look to free agency to fill that point guard void because Derrick Rose will probably get hurt eventually. That's just given his injury history. So they're probably going to have to pick up a point guard as insurance. They'll probably have 3 point guards on the squad this year just because of, the injury history.
I would have rather them not do that. Well, I mean, I said this last year when I didn't want Derrick Rose. I didn't want Derrick Rose because I don't want him taking opportunity away from our young guys. So I'm going to say that I'm going to keep the same energy. I don't want any other point guards besides the guys that we draft. Look, is I would rather see if Bruce, Lucas, Fee, and Jordan Bone can run a point than you go out and pay for Fred VanVleet. We get Edwards, make do. If we have to have Blake run point, he can do it. Shit, he can do it. We've seen him do it. So, and if he has somebody to rely on to score the points besides, somebody off the bench, it could be good.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. If we go that route, we need a point guard so damn bad. Even to help out Derrick Rose. Like, because Derrick Rose is going to be good for us coming off the bench or starting. But we need to go ahead and draft a young fella, man, that he can learn from. So that way we can take this next year, if we re-sign Rose, which I don't know if we will or not, that he can mentor, show him the ropes, and that he can learn off of him, because Derrick Rose is the man like that, I don't want to say don't draft Edwards, but you got a lot more holes to fill that way.
It's hard for me to, like, I don't know if you're like, I don't think y'all know how high I am on this guy. It's hard for me to say not to draft this dude. Like, he a problem.
Oh, dude, he's a monster. He's
like, it's just hard to not. How could you not draft him, bro? Like, the dude is a problem. So it's just like, I've watched him since high school, and when I was watching him in high school, I'm like, oh yeah, he gonna be in the NBA. Like, so, man, since he was 17, so I've been watching him. So I know it's just hard, but when you building a team, man, we still gonna need that point guard. My point is, even if we get him and he's a great player, he's rookie of the year, eventually we still gonna have to find a point guard. Eventually.
Don't worry, we'll go out and sign Dragic in free agency.
No, it's like, are you taking Ja or are you taking Zion? It's kind of like that, even though I think the gap between Zion and Ja is way different than Melo and Edwards. But it's kind of like that,
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I agree 100%. While we're on this topic, I guess this might play a factor into what we're doing draft night. But the Detroit Free Press made an article about if it is beneficial for the Detroit Pistons to keep Blake Griffin or trade Blake Griffin. Now, I think there's good and bad with both sides of the spectrum here. I'm totally at peace with whatever you guys are going to say. I have nothing but good things to say about Blake Griffin. I am not going to be mad if we keep Blake Griffin. I'm not going to be mad if we trade Blake Griffin. But, fellas, my question is to you, what are your plans with Blake Griffin? Are you going to hold on to him, or are you looking to trade him and get some more draft picks, some more talent here? Pistons talk, man. I'm going to go ahead and start with you.
I think there's more pros than cons with keeping Blake Griffin. I think just off the bat, you're going to have to take on a bad contract just to get off the books. Like, I saw an article from Bleacher Report trying to change the subject, but they said trade Blake Griffin for, I want to say, Malik Monk and Nick Batum. That's the type of offers they believe that's going to get off Blake's contract. I'm not doing it. I'm just going to, if Blake is the player that he is, that trade value is going to go back up. That 2018-19 season, it's averaging like 24, 7 and 5. He was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping him. I want to see what happens.
Third team All NBA, bro. You made an All NBA team. That's nothing to sniff at, bro.
Yeah.
Which was the last Detroit Piston outside of Blake Griffin to make an All NBA team? I don't even know.
It had to be someone from the
Chauncey
Golden
Billups, dog. We got to go back to Chauncey Billups. Is probably the last one if he made one. He made a third team or something. But we don't have all NBA caliber players.
Yeah,
I'm with you there, man. I'm holding on to him because, I mean, just looking, like, if you're a business person, like, I don't know how many of you guys out there own your own business, work in a business or whatever. If you bought something really high and you're looking to sell it, why are you going to sell it for less what you paid for? It doesn't make any sense. That's poor business. Now, again, it's not like you're looking to make a profit off of this, because it's not going to hurt you that way. It's a little bit different in terms of business like that. But look at what we gave up for Blake Griffin. Tobias Harris at the time was a perimeter all-star. There was a lot of talk around, at least Detroit fan bases, that he probably should have made the all-star or at least been on the ballot for it. You gave up Boban, which Boban is on a playoff team right now, playing pretty well. He's with the Dallas Mavericks. He's starting for him right now, giving them good buckets, good defense. You gave up Avery Bradley, great perimeter defender, and a first-round pick. That first-round pick became Shaw. He's now in OKC, averaging 20 points, and no one wants to play OKC right now. That is a lot to give up for Blake Griffin. The other two guys that we traded for along with him are no longer on the team. So that was pretty much just straight up for Blake Griffin. You are not going to get anywhere close to that return for Blake Griffin. Even this year, I think he's going to have a great bounce-back year and get pretty close to what he was last year, where he did make All-NBA. I don't think that people are going to want to give up that much for him anyway. You might get a first in return, but I'm right there with you. They're going to want to give you another bad contract to take on, so that way it kind of balances out. And I just don't know if I really want to kind of do that, But maybe if we do trade him, maybe we get another first-round draft pick, so that way we can go out there and get a point guard and a center this year in this draft. Fill two holes at one time. Giggity, if you know what I'm saying. I had to throw that one out there. My whole rant was just designed to throw that giggity out there. So, but
Yeah, so
I think that, go ahead, J-Mo. What you got?
no, I'm looking at it. So Drummond made All NBA in 2015, 2016, and Chauncey in 06.
So
So
it's not very often.
Drummond's best season of his career, he made All NBA 13. So that's something that sounds about right.
Is that before we gave him his big contract?
I don't know. I just know that was his best season.
Oh. Maybe someone in the chat can tell us if that was before his contract. 'Cause I remember, I think he was still on his rookie contract. He was playing really well.
He was playing fantastic.
Yeah,
Is that when he had
on
the
this,
dreads or the fancy hairdo, the shoulder hair?
yeah. But on this topic though, somebody called Luca, but
Oh no!
oh man, Trey. Here we go, man. I can't even see.
Free Smoke Saturday, J-Mo. Let him have it, man.
Man, I can't do it today, bro. Luke Kennard was called the best shooter in the draft class, and he is. Mic drop.
Leave it at that, J-Mo. But what's your thoughts on the Detroit Free Press takes on Blake Griffin, man? Is it beneficial to keep Blake? Is it beneficial to trade him? What are you doing with Blake, man? What's your thoughts on this one?
I'm keeping Blake. I don't know why Pistons fans look. We traded him. It ended how we ended. It's like Pistons fans, since they feel like we got finesse in the trade, it's like we have to get something back. Just let him walk. If that's the case, if we can't get something for him, I mean, I don't see. I'm about building culture and building something with this team, and I need Blake here as a great player, because once he leaves, we're not going to have any leaders as a leader to build something with this team. And I also feel as if this next upcoming season, he's going to be very good, and it will up his trade value. If his trade value is up, I'm not tripping. As you said, I'm not tripping if we trade him. I'm not tripping if we keep him. But if it's up to me, I'm keeping him around so he can raise these young players up. Teach Sekou about having a better post game. It's just a lot of things that I think he can bring as a leader to the team. And on the top, I think we can establish some type of winning culture. Like for these young players, whether you want to say it or not, making playoff appearances, even if it's getting stumped by Milwaukee, is something to learn from. I don't think they get stumped like that the next time it goes around, just because they've had that experience. And I think if Blake is here and plays at least 60 plus games, at least 60 games, 65 games, we'll be in the playoffs. I definitely believe that. And I'll say that with full confidence. If that's the case, my young players are getting playoff experience. I'm only trading him if the value is up. Other than that, I'm keeping him and getting my players this experience, because to me, experience is sometimes it's more valuable, because we want to get draft picks, but we want our young players to become these great players, and that happens by being around great players. And God, that's elite. Say whatever you want about Blake. Say he didn't live up to the hype, whatever you want. The man is a leader, and he can help in that fashion, and he can help us win games. And I really want him to raise up these young power forwards we got, and Christian Wood, even young small forward, and Sekou. I want him to raise those guys up, because I want Sekou to be just like Blake. But I want him to have that exact skill set, because he's gonna be a problem. So I'm keeping him. If they trade him, I'm not going to be upset at all. But if it's up to me, I'm going to keep him, because we have, now that Drummond is gone, we don't really have any big contracts on the books at all. So it's not like we need to take him off the books because it's something that's gonna hurt us on the cap. We don't have any big contracts on the book, literally, but Blake. I know we got to pay Luke, but after we pay Luke or decide whatever we're gonna do with that, there's no big contracts on our books at all. So once he's gone, well, that'll be $30 million we can use in a whole lot of other areas.
Yeah.
I'm not about to take another bad contract and put my cap back. Just put the cap right back. No, man. Look, if you're gonna give me a good deal, I'm gonna move him. If he's balling, cool. But if you're not giving me no good deal, and I'm not taking it. Like I'll take a young player like a Thon Maker level, then before I take a bad contract. That's what I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'll just take a young player that we might not have that much faith in, but maybe do something over taking a bad contract seriously. Like, I'll take Malik Monk, but I'm not taking Nick Batum. You got me messed up.
Yeah. I think it'd be a bad look on the organization too, trading an established player like that. When you come to free agency, players aren't going to want to come here because if I get injured, you're going to trade me.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think Tom Gore is a smart man. He knows where man, I'm telling you, LaMelo and Anthony Edwards come here. It's about that cash cow. Oh, I got LaMelo and Blake. Oh, I got Edwards and Blake. Oh, yeah, we about to build this. Like, I hate to say it, but if we got one of those two, Blake might get an extension for a couple years, and y'all be bitter about it. You never know. But because I think Troy Weaver, he's trying to do something, and I think he's going to see what he has in his team this year. And if we're competitive, he might do some things,
That's a good point, JMO. First and foremost, hi, Bravo. How you doing, man?
How's it going, everyone? I'm doing great. How's
what up?
Saturday going with you guys?
It's going great. JMO, man, I want to add to your comment. Like, we talk about like scouting people through free agency, scouting through the draft. I'm not sure how much Troy has scouted the Detroit Pistons because prior his focus has been on the OKC Thunder. This might need to be like a year where outside the draft and outside of free agency, the Pistons probably don't make a whole lot of moves. I think you're making a good point that Troy wants to see what he's working with, what his team can and cannot do, and then go from there and realize, okay, I can trade this player and get this in return. So that way, if I want to play basketball this way, the player that I traded away, he can't do it. The player I brought in can. So trade-wise, I don't see the Pistons doing too many moves. I see a lot of people say Tony Snell. That might be a possibility to balance out some contract situations there, but I don't know. Bravo, man. Let's go ahead and throw you in the fire, man. I know you've been sitting back there for a minute. The Detroit Free Press made an article on if it should be beneficial or not beneficial for the Detroit Pistons to keep or trade Blake Griffin. I want to know what is the most beneficial from you, and what would you do with Blake Griffin?
Of course, it's beneficial. He's an all-star player. When he's healthy, he's going to be a huge mentor for Sekou, even for Christian Wood. The guy know how to play. When he's healthy 100%, he is a top 5 or top 10 player in the NBA. I guarantee you, he's great. But the problem is
not top 5. Okay. I'll let you go top 10, and I'll let people be mad about it.
Actually, I'm taking it back. He's an all-star. He's a
top 10. I'll let you make somebody upset.
I think, in my opinion, everybody looks at people differently. Blake is one of the best players I've ever seen in Detroit. I mean, so he is a huge deal if he's healthy 100%. The question is, the press is all talking about whether he's healthy. You guys, you got to realize this is knee, and he had arthroscopy, and he had some sort of like meniscus repair. You don't know how much he's going to come back, how much percentage he's going to come back. That's the biggest concern. So it's all about the injury and how much he can come back. I think we're going to start by looking how he's going to return back into the game. If he's like healthy 100%, for sure, I'm not trading him out of here of Detroit unless we get in a good return. But if he's not healthy, if he's not even half the guy last year, where are we looking for, man? If he's not even able
my thing isn't about him coming back healthy. It's about how long is he going to stay healthy. Because I'll keep saying I have no issue. He's going to come back close to what he was. I've already seen the videos. This man works too hard. And if you track his history, this is the longest amount of time he's ever had for layoff or injury. But he'll come back. But how long is he going to be there before getting hurt again? And to me, that signals how healthy he is, because I don't think he has his injury if our team was better his second year here, because he had to carry the team to get us to the playoffs. Obviously, you're gonna do that when you're a player like that. But if we had a better team, he wouldn't do that. So maybe he could be healthier if he doesn't have to take that scoring load like that.
Yeah. Obviously, he had this injury, JMO, for a while. He's an athlete. He had it since Clippers days, I believe, but he just got it worse in Detroit in here. And I don't know how much percentage of. So the surgery does help. It has a great solution with rehab. So there's a good percentage. He's a good chance he's going to come back like at least 75, at least 80%, 85%, which is still great. I think Blake is going to destroy a lot of people with 85, 90%. Blake is great than nothing for sure.
Well, he's had a lot of time to recoup and recover. What's good, Dose of Dion, man? Good to see you in the chat, man. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Dose of Dion, man, for all your Lions content. But, I think that, he's just had such a long time to recover from this thing. Like, the Pistons are pretty much getting 2 off seasons, like from the time the lockdown happened to now where they're officially in off-season mode. Like, they're getting 2 full off seasons to recover.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's insane. So all the guys who had nagging injuries, Luke Kennard with the arthritis problem in his knee, Blake Griffin with the knee tear meniscus looking thing, whatever that happened to be. Like, they've had so much time to recover. Like, they're going to be at their best physical shape.
Yeah.
They're going to be healthy. They should.
Don't forget about D-Rose. See, D-Rose about to come. Hey, he's going to come with that smoke.
Apparently, he's working out with KD and Kyrie and Alonzo Trier right now.
I seen that, and I wanted to talk about that, but I couldn't confirm it. I seen Pistons Palace put that on Instagram. Shout out to those guys. And I've been like, I wanted to do a video on it, but I'm like, I don't know if they're just blowing smoke out their butt or what, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So
I got it right here.
Incredible. So I guess let's go ahead and talk about this, man. We'll start with you, Pistons Talk. What's your thought about Blake Griffin working out with KD and Kyrie?
I think Blake has always had a connection with those superstar type players. I think they talk during the offseason. Doesn't really surprise me that KD and Kyrie are working out with Blake, and I think it could be beneficial for him. Hopefully he doesn't overdo it. They're just doing one-on-one stuff, I guess, right now. This is the article says from Nets Daily Dose. So I think it'll be good for him.
Absolutely, man. You're going, I guess, with 2 more people who are also recovering from injuries.
Yeah.
I think Kyrie had something wrong with his knee too. He always does.
He had a shoulder problem.
Was it a shoulder problem? And then KD coming off of the Achilles tear, which is one of the hardest injuries to come back from in all of sports, not just basketball. But
it makes me a little bit more comfortable that I don't want to say like I'm comfortable because he's working with 2 guys who are coming off an injury, but kind of so because I feel like they're not gonna overexert themselves, and they're probably doing things a little bit differently because they're all coming back and recovering. So the way they operate compared to like if he was training with some other people, it's just to be a little bit different. And as Pistons Talk said, Blake established plenty of relationships. I don't see how this could be anything but positive.
It's tampering. He's going to Brooklyn.
Hey, give me
Jared Allen. Caris LeVert.
Allen, bro.
It's either that or we're getting KD next year. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So,
hey, man, give me Caris LeVert and Jared Allen, for real.
But what do you think?
Sound like a nice package.
What do you think about him working out with KD and Kyrie though, JMO? You like it?
No, I love it. Like I love it.
And like I said, it just leads me to believe. It just validates what I just said, man. Blake is too hard of a worker. I have no doubt he'll be back and he'll be fine. Like I said, he'll be averaging around 20, and he'll be close to what he was. It's just about how long he can do that and how much pressure we're gonna put on him or whatever. But it's good to hear that he's still out there working.
Absolutely, 100% with you there. Bravo, man. What are your thoughts about Blake Griffin working out with Brooklyn Nets players? Two great players, 2 superstars in the league, in KD and Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, I agree with the rest of the people in here. It's a good thing for him. Definitely a good thing for us too. It's not tampering, but I think it's actually. So look at it. Most injuries of the knees, 6 months. You need a good great break for 6 months for period. No really significant contact for 6 months. He's beyond that. He already 8 months since January. Piston announced Blake's surgery on January 7, I believe. So it's been more than 8 months. That's great. I think that's a good time for him to start practicing. And if you give him a year, basically most people come back 90-95%. It all depends on the load, exactly what JMO said, exactly how much you load you put on that knee. So I think it's a good thing. Hopefully we'll see how Blake will transform when he comes back.
Yeah,
that's why you gotta. That's why you gotta turn Luke Kennard into the second option or the first option. Him and Christian Wood need to be the guys we're going to for now. Then guys like Sekou and Blake after that, and then Derrick Rose. Like that needs to be the hierarchy. I want most of the actions being called through Luke Kennard, and then I want a lot of actions for Sekou as well. But Kennard and Christian Wood can score, man. So let them score. Blake will score his 20, but he doesn't have to, he shouldn't be able to have to do that thing. And it's hard that we had Drummond and Reggie, but now that they're gone, I feel like we're a much better scoring team.
I think that since they got traded and let go, that I felt like we were forcing them to kind of do too much. And now we're letting whatever's working work right now. Like more players are having opportunities. More players are more comfortable and looking to score. And plus, once that happened, like Blake went out. So it's like you threw a bunch of people out there who weren't the number one option now going out there and playing ball when they weren't a part of the regular rotation or being relied on so much to be used the right way. So it was kind of a combination like that. But I would agree, man. Blake is the hardest worker on this team. Him and Derrick Rose is why I'm so happy to have both these guys, because outside of those two guys, we got some veterans on the team like Langston and Tony Snell, but they're not going to get any better. Like they're at what they're at. Derrick Rose, Blake Griffin are the two hardest working people I have seen to come here to Detroit in a minute, man. Like these guys are in the gym every day, working out, trying to stay healthy, working on their game. Blake Griffin, you guys don't see all the stuff that we see all the time. Like you guys need to get on social media and watch what he's doing, man. He's always in the gym, working on his game, working out on his body. Like it translates to this. Like Sekou's been in the lab working out. Christian Wood, Bruce, Luke, Jordan Bone, like all the young players are also now all of a sudden they're off season. They could be at home streaming Fortnite or Call of Duty, whatever's popular right now, like Josh Hart or whatever. When like these guys are working out during quarantine when a lot of guys are just like streaming video games, like it's addictive. Blake Griffin is the leader of this team for a reason, people. Like he's showing the young fellas what you need to do to become better. Because when Blake first got in the league, he was athletic and he was even hurt back then. He misses.
When Blake got into the league, he was literally Zion Williamson, bro. He was 6'10".
Exactly.
And he was a 6'10" Zion Williamson.
And now
the exact same issues.
Yeah.
All he did was dunk on people, which they were great dunks, but now look, he's a completely different player. And you can't take that growth without working out every single day. Now he can run point guard. He can literally grab a rebound, go coast to coast with it. He can play make. He can shoot threes. Like rookie Blake Griffin could only dream of shooting threes the way he's shooting them now. Like he's a completely different player, and it's because he's been working out every single day since he came into the league. Like he's gotten better, and he's showing the young fellas on this team that this is what you need to do to become better, to become great. Like he knows the struggles of it. So I love Blake Griffin working on KD and Kyrie, man. It's only going to bring better things to this team right now.
Yeah, and that's why I want to. I mean, look, if we trade them, I'm not going to be upset. But that's why I want to hold on to Derrick Rose and Blake. I think it's more of a culture thing. If you trade them for assets, I'm not going to be upset. But hold on to these guys. Let them leave their mark here and go about their way, go on contenders, and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? But while they're here, let them establish something with these young players. Because like I said, if Blake and D Rose wasn't on this team, I'm going to be honest with you, it'd be pretty depressing.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be really bleak. Like, we would be like 25 wins per season, and we know it. Like, we didn't have these two guys, we'd be like, I'll be sad about this team because I know we would suck. So having them here takes a little bit of that pressure off. I mean, D Rose is even able to carry the team by himself and keep us afloat by himself. You know, we were in a lot of games. We probably didn't win every, but we were in a lot of games Blake wasn't even there. So to me, when you're trying to build up your young point guards, you're trying to build up your young wings, you need guys who've been great for plenty of years, like Blake Griffin and Derrick Rose. I know D Rose is helping Bruce. He's helping Luke. And Blake is trying to do what he can, but I need Blake healthy so he can teach Sekou all the moves, dog. Sekou done got the spin move down. Now I need him to get the dribble, pull up mid range in the face, and then I need to step back threes. You know, it's all in good time, but that's why I want so badly to keep them on this team, because to me, with our franchise like the Pistons, man, it's way more about culture than it is about smaller things, and I want us to get back to winning. And if we start building that, we'll be able to get by. We don't need, the best talent in the world to be successful. We've literally proven it more than any other team in NBA history. So if Blake and D Rose can raise these guys up, and we got Bruce and Luke and Sekou and Wood, and then they can be the guys themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Dose of Dion, Derrick Rose
General,
is 31. Absolutely. JMO, he's coming in smoke. He's coming in clutch today, man. He's letting the smoke fly free today, man. He's doing his homework. He's studying. Cool, calm, and collective. He's on one today, man. But, yeah, man. I love Blake Griffin, man. Love Derrick Rose at the same time as well. Let's go ahead and talk about some trade rumors, man. This is interesting because I'm not really sure what is going on with Philadelphia. Look, when they signed Al Horford in the offseason, I knew they weren't going to be the same team. You can't replace Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris with Al Horford. So now they bring him back to this new team where, Ben Simmons is playing point guard. He still can't shoot. Tobias Harris is still your best shooter on the perimeter. You got Joel Embiid. You got Al Horford out there. Like, what are you doing? Now Ben Simmons gets hurt. I think he's having knee surgery pretty soon. I don't know how serious it is, but I don't see this working out for Philadelphia. I don't think Ben Simmons and Embiid fits well with one another at all. I knew they weren't going to be a threat in the Eastern Conference. They're still a better team than us right now, but that was only because they were healthy. Fellas, my question is, should we trade for Ben Simmons if he does become available? Should we make an offer for Ben Simmons? We need a point guard. He can play point. They experimented playing him with power forward, and it seemed to do a little bit better. So I don't know. Bravo, man. If Philadelphia is going to be parting ways with Embiid or Simmons, would you trade for Ben Simmons?
Yo, it would be so funny, though. If they trade Ben Simmons, it means Philadelphia hitting the reset button and rebuild again. Can you imagine?
I don't know if that means they'll be
not necessarily though, because
it's the number one.
You're either going to build about Joel Embiid, who's basically a borderline superstar, top 10 player, top 12 player in the NBA, or you're going to build around Ben Simmons. They'll be fine either way. It's just you can't have both of them together because Ben Simmons can't. Man, he don't play nice with a guy like Embiid.
I don't think we can have him here. He can be a good point guard for us, but it would not fool ourselves. He can't shoot. He can't shoot, and he is. He can rebound, he can defend, he can do playmaking. He's a great athlete, but with this injury right now and a surgery, come on, man, are you serious? Unless you really convincing me with a low trade value, maybe I'd consider it. Everything has a value in this league. I mean, I would not really consider trading for him unless we're getting a good return for him. I mean, a good return value for us. At this point, I don't know really. What's the package deal involved trading for Ben Simmons? What do you think?
Well, let me tell you this, Drew. I know you didn't ask me, but I'm just going next. I don't care what the package is, dog. What the hell you mean? I'm taking look. As hard as I am on Ben Simmons not being able to shoot, and I'll destroy him every day. I say he's pitiful. I ridicule him forever. I'm taking Ben Simmons. What y'all want? I don't care. Bye. I got to keep Luke though because he needs shooters. And I specifically Luke. He don't need just somebody off the bench. He needs somebody on the court with him that's gonna be able to help him. But no, I'm taking Ben Simmons. Are you kidding me? Really? If we could get that lucky to get a point guard like that, and you gotta remember, this is Detroit. We made Drummond shoot free throws better. We'll get Ben right. Trust me. We'll have Ben shooting. Trust me. And Dwayne Casey is a much better developmental coach than Brett Brown. Trust me. Philly If he come here, he gonna be shooting. Isaiah Zeke Thomas is not gonna let this man be here and not be able to shoot the basketball. I telling you that right now. He gonna reach out to Ben whenever it is like, yo, we gotta work. And you know that's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. And sadly, Philly don't really have no culture. All they have is Dr. J. So they don't have no culture. They don't have no players that's gonna.
They got AI too, Jim.
I'm about to say they got AI, but AI don't care.
He really don't. He really don't.
Hey, I was about to say AI can care less, bro. But I'm taking. I know he can't shoot, but it's about what you're gonna build around him. First of all, if you're getting Ben Simmons, you have to take Blake off the team just so they don't clash. But you put him around shooters. You have Ben around Christian Wood and Luke Kennard and Steve Luke and Sekou, and you just be going small. You have Ben can guard like four positions. He's 6'10". Wood is 6'10". Sekou is 6'9". You just have to have them. They'll guard everybody on the front court, and then you have Svi and Luke. Like that would literally be my starting round. Svi, Luke, Sekou, Christian Wood, and Ben Simmons. And I think that would work because all of them can shoot.
You just said Blake Griffin out. That's a package. That would be a package. I would take it. I would consider it.
I'm about to say, yeah. I mean, because if you're getting Ben Simmons, Blake can't
be
on the team unless you want Blake on the team to teach Ben Simmons to learn how to shoot. But like
those two would fight over Kylie Jenner.
Oh, come on. I was only got to that joke. Damn it. I knew I should have used it when I did the question.
Oh, damn. Definitely get me on the same squad. I'll take, man, if Ben Simmons is available, I'm taking him because I feel like we will make him a star. Oh, he not gonna be in Detroit and can't shoot. He'll end up committing suicide from the ridicule. And I know Philly is ridiculing him, but they not ridiculing him enough because I see Philly fans making excuses for him on the daily. And you know we don't rock like that. If you can't shoot, seeing what we did to Stanley, man, trust me, Ben will never score 0 points in the playoff game playing for our team.
Yikes.
Let's believe that.
Yikes. Dude, and if he did, oh my God, I can see the
he would never. He would never. I'm telling you, Pistons fans to get him right. I'm telling you, I know Philly got some mean fans, but to me, that's more football than their basketball fans. Trust me. We will get that man right.
Their basketball fans are really supportive. Like, they still root for Fultz and stuff. Like, their basketball
right.
fans.
Yeah, like I said, they haven't been hard enough on Ben Simmons, and that's why I don't think he's improving. I don't think they've been hard enough on him. I'm being honest. They've been harder on Embiid, and he's way better. Way better. I mean, he's been way injured, but they've been harder on Joel Embiid than Ben Simmons. And you got to be hard on a guy that can't shoot. Like, come on. And it's not even can't shoot, you won't shoot. Like, that's the thing for me. But Dwayne Casey, he gonna get him right. Trust me.
Yeah. You know, I think that he's trying to take that step already to become a shooter. He's got to continue to work on it, but I seen a video of him catching a fish, bro, and trying to throw it back into the lake or the river or the ocean, wherever they're at in Orlando. He hit the pier twice before he hit the water. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man.
Man, it's a fish, man. They slippery.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, man, you gotta give him a pass. Do I think Thin Maker will be any good? I think if Thin Maker gains 20 pounds and actually stays on, he'll be better. But until then, we'll see. Thon Maker, only problem is weight, man. I'm telling you, Thon Maker is 240, it'd be a problem, dog. He's not 240 though. He's like 190. So
Pistons talk, man. What are your thoughts about this, man? Do you think that if they do split up Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, that the Detroit Pistons should go ahead and try to trade for Ben Simmons?
I think if you look at it, it would make a lot of sense, but we're going to have to keep some shooters because I think Philly's main issue, you can look at last year when they had J.J. Redick, Ersan Ilyasova, that would give Ben Simmons an outlet. You have to have shooters around him for him to be effective because he does not like shooting the basketball. I would do it in a second, but like Bravo said, like you guys said, you're going to have to trade Blake just because of, I don't know what the beef is with them, but
it's multiple layers of beef. It's personal beef I'm saying it's personal beef and on the court, they would be horrible together.
It's petty beef. obviously, if a player of that magnitude becomes available, yeah, you're going to jump on that. You would probably send trade packages for Joel Embiid as well, but you never know.
See, my take on this one is we do need a point guard. Simmons can run point. He's a great defender. You know, a great playmaker, great rebounder for that point. Like, he does everything good except for shoot. And that is a problem, man. Like, you can't score 0 points in a playoff game where you're your team's second best player. Coming to Detroit, we're probably have to trade Blake. We might have to trade Derrick Rose too to get you. Like, you would have to be our number one option, our go-to player. And if you get clamped up like that, where you shot the ball 7 times and scored 0 points, it's unacceptable. He's got a lot of stuff to do to work on, but he's athletic. He can finish at the rim. Like, you're trying to tell me you can't drive to the rim and get a layup or get fouled to go to the line? Like, Ben's a great player, man. He's going to be good, and I think that eventually he can at least shoot some threes more consistently in the game, but you have to be able to shoot a mid-range at least off the pick and roll and then adjust your three. Like, you can't just come out here and not be able to shoot a lick at all. Would I do it, though, in a heartbeat? Because his upside is huge.
Look at what Steven Westbrook says. I mean, Philly messed up Fultz's jump shot. It's not a surprise that Ben Simmons can't shoot while he's still on that team.
And now look at Colton Orlando. Like, he's playing really well for them right now.
That's what I'm saying. Development is everything, man. And the culture is everything. Like, development is everything. Well, if he was a Piston, he would learn how to shoot. Best believe that. Trust me.
Look at Blake, man. That when we traded for him, he was shooting threes in the Clippers, and they gave up on him. Then he comes here and he just started shooting the lights out. Like he was already working on it, but the Pistons gave him the confidence that he needed, and he was having a great year before he got traded to Detroit. But you're absolutely right, man. Fultz is bowling out right now with the Magic, and now he's shooting. Like, I'm with you, man. I think Brent Brown's a terrible coach. Like, they had the worst record in the league for years. Why did they keep him? Because they wanted to see it through and give him an opportunity, but he's shown that he can't coach when the team's good. Like, they're going to go to the playoffs. They're going to have to play Miami. They're going to have to play Boston. They're going to play Toronto. They're going to have to play – did I say Milwaukee yet? I don't know. But they're not going to beat any of those teams because they're not better. You know? They should be competing with them, but they're not because they're a poorly coached team. The players don't fit. I think they need to start getting some people out there and build around Embiid. Get Embiid a playmaker that can shoot and surround him with more shooters and build that way. You know, let the wrong people go. Covington should have stayed. That would have been a guy that I would have resigned. I would have kept Jimmy Butler, but they didn't make the right moves. So if they're willing to give up on this Simmons and Embiid thing, I'm jumping all over it. I'll take either one of those guys, whoever they want to build around, preferably Embiid. But if they give up on Simmons, I will take him in a heartbeat, and we'll start building around him and developing him and make him a shooter, man. It's what we do. And Dwayne Casey's the right guy for that.
I think Elton Brand's a really bad GM too. I think they could fully take advantage of that. I mean, they should just fire Brett Brown at the end of the season and go after Kenny Atkinson. He could probably get it done.
Well, you know, they're really high on Luke Kennard. So would you trade Luke Kennard for him?
Well, no. Remember, I told you I can't. You need a shooter unless you're gonna give me another. To me, speed isn't enough. You don't need somebody just a shooter. You need a great player alongside him that also can shoot, like Tobias Harris, even a JJ Redick when he was able to start. You just not you need more than a specialist, is what I'm saying. I can't give him Kennard. I'll have to give them like speed or something. I can't. I gotta keep him with Ben Simmons. But I gotta keep him with Ben Simmons. Unless you go get JJ Redick, then yeah, or something. But I gotta keep a guy that I just don't feel comfortable not having him around an elite shooter. You know what I'm saying? And I love speed, but I don't know if it'd be the same. You know, I think he needs Luke to be Luke. I think that would be perfect for him because once JJ left, look what happened, and that's just JJ.
Yeah. Look what happened when Jimmy Butler left. Like, they lost all their toughness. Like, Philly was scruffing with people, getting into fights with players. Now they're fighting their own teammates, man. Like,
yeah, man.
If
they say we gotta have Luke or it's no trade, you gotta trade Luke, but gotta find a way to work around it if you can. You know, I don't think keeping Svi is enough consolation just because of the player, unless Svi really turns into a star. You know, but if they want Luke, we would have to trade him. unless we can work around it somehow.
How about giving them Blake and we take maybe another matching contract from them?
I actually like. I know y'all don't like this, but I like the thought of Blake and Embiid. I don't know. I think that'd be a problem.
Well, Blake can shoot, so I mean, it's already a better fit than
Hey
him.
man,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, it might not work, but it might work.
Is it weird that made sense?
Exactly.
I think I
Like,
have to trust
You
the
think
process
it'll be
over it.
nasty, but like you never know, man. When you put two great players together, things are just different, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like I said, Blake can be on the perimeter, and like both of them can trade out time being on the perimeter, and then being in the post. And you put some shooters around them or something. Yeah, I mean, it could work.
I mean, to have to deal with having Blake or Embiid at the court for the entire set of the game is ridiculous to me. Like, you're not getting a break.
Yeah, not at all.
That's ridiculous, man, and insane to think about. And I hope it
And,
happens.
and Blake can get Joel post game right too.
Yeah.
Joel don't like to be in the post as much as he should.
Well, I think part of that is because they have to have him shoot threes because no one else can besides Tobias. You know, like he has to shoot more threes because no one else can. You have to have floor spacing. So I don't know. Like I said, Philly's broken, man. They're not on the right track right now.
You know, how did they botch this? Like, y'all tanked and y'all got all the top picks. How did y'all took Jaleel Okafor, y'all took Nerlens Noel. You took Fultz instead of taking like Jason Tatum. So like I don't know, man.
This shows you if you can tank all you want, you don't have the right person in that front office to draft it, you can still mess it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I think we're sitting in a good direction. You know, we got a GM that, you know, supposedly can draft. Dwayne Casey's supposed to be the guy that can develop the young players. I like our front office better than Phillies right now. And I don't really think that's saying much, but while we are on the conversation of trading, fellas, my next question to you. We got this one and one more. Then, Peace, we're going to turn it over to you for some questions. So get those ready. Hold those in your pocket. I'll let you know when we're ready for them. Should the Detroit Pistons trade Bruce Brown and or Luke Kennard this offseason for another top 10 pick in this year's draft? Pistons talk, I'm going to start with you.
It's tricky. It would have to you said a top 10 pick, right?
Another top 10 pick. So that way we'd have 2 picks this year in the top 10.
If it's kind of like a lower tier between like 7 and 10, I would say no. But let's say you move up between like 1 through 6. Yeah, I would think about doing it. But I know losing Luke wouldn't be bad, but it wouldn't be good at the same time because we don't really know what's going to happen with his, health. Like he's been injured so much, but I hope he can stay healthy. I hope he has, a season where he can play 75 plus games and we can actually see what he's capable of. But if you're going to hand me a top 5 pick or a pick within like that range, yeah, I'm going to take it all day.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's a fair assessment. Bravo, man. What do you say? Would you be willing to trade Bruce and or Luke Kennard for another top 10 pick in this year's NBA draft?
Okay, let's make a more first evaluation. Bruce Brown or Luke Kennard. Bruce Brown, nobody's going to take Bruce Brown alone.
I said and or.
I mean, nobody's – yeah. And or nobody's going to take Bruce Brown alone for sure. Maybe Bruce and Luke for a first-round pick. I mean, I would only consider it if we're really telling me we're getting Melo. That's what I would do. He's a guy. He worth the money. He worth the pick. And maybe I'll consider it if we take an Edwards too, and we draft another guy like a Wiseman. I don't know. Maybe I'll consider it that way. But I don't know if we're really gonna get like a top 5, top 4 pick. I can see Phoenix. Like Phoenix wanted to trade Luke Kennard for a top 10 pick, which is currently the 10th pick. Well, what are we getting for the 10th pick? Isaac Okoro, Anthony Cole Anthony. They're not going to be great. I mean, I like Cole Anthony, but these do not worth Luke Kennard. I think Luke Kennard is a better player. He's an elite talent shooter, and I think he worth some good money. The only problem with Luke is he's due for a contract. So what we do is probably sign and trade. That's what we want to do it better way. You free his cap space, and you can get a return value in that way. It all depends how you really play it as a GM. So I'm not really buying that unless we really tell him we get a Melo or maybe a top 5 pick.
I smell what you're cooking, man. I smell what you're smoking. Jimbo, man, I know it's your question. So would you be willing to give up Luke and or Bruce Brown for yet another top 10 pick in this year's draft?
Well, it is my question, and as you can see, Devin99 in the chat, this question came from him because he keeps talking about wanting to trade away my boy Luke and getting Kiera Lewis or Killian Hayes and replace for that. And I'm going to just look at it from this perspective. If it's in the 7 to 10 range, is that player that we get year one going to be better than what Luke would be for us, year 3 or 4? Year 4? And that's the way I'm going to look at it. If you think Kiera Lewis would be better for us than Luke, year one coming out the gate, because I don't know if this draft is deep enough for me to give up a player that I know could average 19 on good efficiency. Like, that's just give me 4 or 5 assists. It's hard to just give a player up like that, for a young guy when you don't know what they could be. So it just depends on how the draft falls, because if Danny FD is available, James Wiseman's available, so Obi Toppin is even available, I probably would consider it. But if it's Kiera Lewis or Cole Anthony, I don't think I would do that. Specifically those two. And I like both of them as players. But to me, it's about if we're doing that, it's more of a long fix. And like I said, I got to know that the player is going to be better than Luke.
Can I ask
really
you guys
don't
a
know
question real quick? What the hell are they giving TJ Warren inside this bubble, bro? Why is he going off like
I'm watching it too, bro.
Why is he about to beat the Lakers, bro? What is going on with TJ Warren?
Drinking that Michael Jordan special stuff, man. Like,
Dude,
what the hell?
What is going on, dude? Like, TJ is going off right now. I know a lot of Pistons fans want
Man, he's trying to get a contract, dog. That's all. Well, once he get that contract, he'll come back down to earth.
Dude, it's crazy right now. I don't know.
Dang, cooking Anthony Davis too.
I don't know.
Y'all, he's not defensive player of the year.
Let me ask you this then: why he's going off, man? Would you guys be willing to sign TJ Warren?
No.
I think he's pretty.
Bro. What about you, man?
He's pretty one-dimensional. Like, you can count on him to score. I think the Pistons just need to invest in the Sekou long-term at small forward, but that's just my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, it's only 2 small forwards that I would be comfortable going after, and that's Vi and Kelly Oubre. If it's not them, I'm not really, and I know we can't get either one of them, but I'm just saying. So I like TJ Warren, but to me, he's one-dimensional, like you said. Like, I know what I'm gonna get from it. He's gonna score. He's not gonna do anything else, and I don't think he's gonna get any better. Like, he can only get better. Like, he'll keep scoring more points and have better efficiency. But can he truly become a better basketball player than a stat sheet? And I just think he's done developing. So no, I'm not gonna take him. Depending on the package though, like if I can hold on to Luke and feed, still no, man. See, I caught y'all. I thought you know. I don't like TJ Warren. I don't care how good he's balling. I watched him closely for the last 3 years. It's just some players that I watch. It's weirdly like that, and he's been one of the players that I've been watching. And no, I'm not sold on him. Phoenix let him go for a reason, man. Like in Phoenix, he was averaging like 18, 19 a game or something like that, and they let him go. He's found his niche. Sometimes players just got to find a team that they fit on, and he fits on this team. But I'm not taking TJ Warren because he can't develop anymore. I'm gonna just develop Sekou.
Dude, he just beat the Lakers, bro, by himself, bro.
Hey, man, he on one.
He dropped 39. I think that's his 39th bucket, bro. He's red hot right now, dude. This guy's going crazy, bro.
Bro, he's 39, 15 to 22 from the field. Like, look, yeah, see, y'all might call me crazy now, but look at his entire career. Don't let an 8-game bubble change your perspective on things.
Right. No, you're right there. It's such a small scale. But dude, he's been balling now, and I just want to know what they're putting in the water because I know it's not.
No, they ain't putting nothing in the water. I'm gonna give all the credit to TJ Warren, bro. Like I remember we said that this bubble would be for ballers. Well, TJ Warren fits that category. he's a baller. Like he's a scorer. He's a bucket getter. We said that, and he's been getting buckets. So, I mean, I'm not really that actually surprised. Kudos to him, but I expect the bucket getter type players to be going off like this. I didn't expect this though. But good for him. But I'm not taking him though.
How about this?
Because he definitely gonna want to be paid. He gonna want to be paid for real.
How about this?
Him?
Oh, but have you guys heard of the Phoenix Suns are looking to trade? Well, considering the trade offers for Devin Booker.
No,
I don't buy that. I don't buy that.
No, they not. Bro.
I don't buy that.
I mean, I take it. No, dude, they're actually considering trading Devin Booker to the
lies. Oh,
the
so they gonna listen to Draymond and his tampering, man.
You know
me,
I
man.
take Booker, man, in a heartbeat. Booker is amazing.
Of course, I'm taking Devin Booker. We were supposed to draft him. Like, what do you mean, man? I'm moving heaven and earth to get Devin Booker. And you know what's so funny, Drew? How long have I been defending Devin Booker and people constantly, oh, he in Phoenix. I'm like, no, that dude is that dude. The man scored 70 points in a game.
Mm-hmm.
Was 19 years old.
You've been defending him for as long as I've known you.
Dude, I told y'all, Devin Booker is a problem. And if we can get him, of course I'm moving heaven and earth. Anybody can go. But, like, woo, don't play with me. All right, LeBron. Game not over. Ain't gonna matter. Right.
Let's go ahead and move on to this one. This is our last question before we want to take the fans' questions. So let's go ahead and round this one up. Do the Pistons organization have a good direction right now as a team? So are you guys confident in our front office, our coaching staff, our development staff, hell, our water boys, our towel boys? What are you guys feeling about our direction as a team as a whole? Bravo, I'm going to start with you.
It's tough, really. They have been really wishy-washy sometimes. I don't know if they're really on the right track. I think they are this time because every year they just keep changing their minds. Remember when we started the season last year with Dre, Blake, D-Rose, and Reggie Jackson? Well, top four, we're making the playoffs, and we completely crashed. And now we traded in the end Andre Drummond for just bag of chips. I know we ended it that way, but we didn't know what the direction this team is doing. Now we're doing rebuild. So what I would suggest is what makes sense is we continue rebuild. And that means probably like, maybe I would think we can continue to get like young draft assets, try to get like a top pick next year also. That's what I think we would do. But I don't know if that's the direction. So because Troy Weaver said he's going to restore the Pistons rather than rebuild the Pistons, which I'm all up for it. I like that. But you would wonder how we're going to rebuild. I only have one really positive thing about the Pistons so far is we have Ed Stefanski and Troy Weaver. This is a build in the right direction, hopefully. And I think we can build from that point because these two guys, I think they have a really great, I guess, plan for us. Let's hope that it's going to turn positive for the Pistons.
Yeah. J-Mo, man, what are your thoughts about the Pistons organization as a whole? And do you believe they're going into a good direction here from top to bottom in the front office, the coaching staff, to all the way down to the very bottom?
I'll tell you this, man. Fire Dwayne Casey, and my answer to that question is yes. You know? It's like, no, I'm joking, man. I'm joking. I'll tell you why I'm going to say yes to this question. You know, Bravo talked about some inconsistencies and how you can have some doubts. But the reason I'm going to say yes is because of who they hired in charge. It's been a long time since I've been a fan of any Detroit team, and they've actually went out and gotten the best guy for the GM. Obviously, we don't know until we see evidence, but I thought Troy Weaver was the best guy from day one. None of us believed we could get him. Am I wrong? Like, none of us thought we were getting Troy Weaver. Like, that was the last thing on my mind. That was a miracle when it happened. So, to me, I'm looking about who's in charge. Ed Stefanski is, make some mistakes. KPJ, Paul Bo, we will ridicule you over that for years, just like we ridicule the Devin Bookers and the Stanley Johnsons. We're never gonna let that down. But he has done well. The Vitas are trashes. Like, I could go on and on, but the reason that I feel like we're going in a good direction, it is show me this year what they do in the draft and what they do with Blake. But I am feeling much better about the organization because I'm looking at how the players are reacting. Like guys like Derrick Rose and Blake Griffin and the atmosphere. It seems like they like it here and they feel loved and appreciated here, and that's good for me. But I'm just trying to build a culture, and I think we're moving in the right direction mainly because we got Troy Weaver in the front office. And to me, it's about who you hire that's in charge. And Dwayne Casey is still building what he's building, but who they draft will really show me the true answer to this question.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Pistons talk, man. What about you, man? Do you like the direction of the Pistons front office from top to bottom since this new regime is taken over?
I do. I really want to believe them, but something in the back of my head says Tom Gorse is just going to get involved. It's like I want to believe him, but it's just he's just way too involved for an owner for me. He's always like he'll veto a trade for Drummond. You guys know about that. It's like I want to believe in Troy Weaver.
What was the trade package though?
Which one?
I mean, I didn't know he vetoed any trades for Drummond.
CJ McCollum and a first-round pick for Drummond.
No, get out. No, get out.
When was this?
No.
When was
A
this?
few years ago.
No.
I gotta dig up the Woj tweet
What?
for you. It was a few years ago.
But I mean, a few years ago, CJ McCollum wasn't what he is now, though. So I probably wouldn't did that.
It's like I don't hate the guy like as an owner, but he just gets way too involved for me. Like I trust Troy Weaver, Stefanski, and the guy we got from the Bucks. I trust those guys. I think if Forbes wasn't so involved, yeah, we'd probably be in the right direction. But something I don't know. Something in the back of my head says he's going to try to get involved again. I don't know why.
It's probably because he drinks a lot of cocktails at the games. Like I don't know, bro.
T-shirt time.
Oh, dude, no. This dude slams drinks, bro. He doesn't put it down. I'm like, oh my god, bro, like insane.
Yeah.
So
I just hope he lets Troy and Ed do their job. At the end of the day, that's all I hope for.
My boy CA3 Sports Talk said, "Goat Warren." That's their start.
Go War.
That boy TJ Warren looking like Prime Mike, dog.
hey, JMO, what day is it, buddy?
It's Free Smoke Saturday. You already know what it is.
It is Free Smoke Saturday. So now, peeps, it is your time to shine. If you got questions for us, you can direct them to us individually. You can go ahead and shoot them to the whole panel. While you guys are taking some time to drop some questions, I'm going to do what I do best, and that's plug some stuff. We are live on 3 different channels. We are live on my channel. We are live on the DSA channel, and we are live on Twitter via Periscope. Make sure you guys like the video. If you're watching on Twitter, make sure you retweet it. Go ahead and subscribe. The links to the DSA channel, the DSA website, and all the DSA members are in the description, so check that out. Go subscribe to each of all those guys. JMO is literally a handful of people away from 1K. We are so close to getting him there, so I will hopefully we get you guys there, JMO, man. I'm really pulling for you, man. It's going to be any day now, man. Any day, man. So make sure you guys will subscribe to JMO, man. Go subscribe to Pistons Talk, man. He is the newest member of the Detroit Sports Alliance. And Bravo, I don't think you make any more YouTube videos, do you?
I don't really make a lot of YouTube videos. I'm just satisfied right now. I'm happy to come on your show, guys.
Hey, we're happy to have you, man. We love having you on here, man.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think that's all. I think that's all I got to plug, man. DSA website, channel, people. I nailed it, I think. Here we go. First question, man. Jim, I'm going to pass it to you because I know you're our Pelicans fan here. You probably watched BI the most this year. Should we go after BI this year in free agency?
No, because I do watch BI the most, and if we go after BI, we gonna have to rebuild the entire team. BI has to be the number one option on the championship team. I don't know if he can do that. I don't know if he can be that, but that's the kind of player he is. He got to be taking 25 plus shots a night. He has to be the number one guy. So if you bring him here, Blake's got to go. Anybody that can threaten him has to go. Even you might have to get rid of Sekou. Because I watched BI. So I mean, obviously, if he wants to come to the Pistons, I'm gonna pay him. But it's just like it's not gonna. We're gonna have to start from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If they want to do that, cool. I'm not gonna be upset. I believe in him. But that's what I just want fans to realize that like he is a great scorer, but man, he's really selfish. I'm just gonna be honest with you. He likes to score and dribble and get up a lot of shots. He's great at it. He shoots at great efficiency, but he likes to shoot, man. Like he likes to shoot. So since I know that about him, I want him to come to a place where he has the opportunity to take as many shots as he wants to be a star. You don't want him to get into a KD Westbrook situation where, even though they're both stars, one person is taking more shots than the other, even if they aren't the better player. So wherever BI goes, he's gonna have to be the number one option. That's why I think there's some problems with New Orleans, because Zion makes BI even more selfish, because he's like, well, now I got to score because Zion here. I'll never forget they beat Memphis. BI dropped like 10 in the fourth quarter, and they was interviewing Zion. I'm like, bruh. I mean, Zion had a good game, but that just lets me know he needs to be on the team where he can be the man. So if they take him, I'm not going to be mad, but I think Pistons fans need to think about it a little bit differently. And, of course, we'll win games, but I don't think him and Blake will mesh that well. He needs the ball in his hands.
Man, if you want to come on the show, man, you have to hit me up or any of the boys up on Instagram or Twitter, and let us know you want to come on. We'll find a day for you to come on. Devin99 says, who's going to be the 8th seed in the West? Pistons talk, man. I'm going to go ahead and throw this one to you.
After the Blazers lost today, man, I was like, I still believe in them, but they got such a tough schedule. I don't know.
You want to say it. Say it. Just say it. You want to. Just say the team.
I still got the Blazers. I still believe in them.
Oh, come on. You ain't no fun. D-Book about to put y'all on notice, dog. He's the man. I'm telling you, D-Book about to put y'all on notice. Huh?
I'm waiting for the Suns to lose, but they just won't.
Bro, I'm telling you. And I said this last week. If it wasn't going to be the Pelicans, it's going to be the Suns or Blazers. Then the Suns just went out and just beat another playoff team like it was nothing. I'm like, all right, they different.
The Suns haven't lost yet, right?
No, they're undefeated. They're the only undefeated team in the bubble, bro. Look, I'm telling you, the Suns, I'm taking the Suns because I feel like all of these James Harden, Kobe Bryant's, these type of shooting guards, these upper echelon shooting guard type players, eventually, even, if D-Book was putting up empty numbers, eventually, if you get a solid enough team around you, and I'm not even saying the squad is solid, eventually you're going to figure it out and figure out how to be able to win games. And I think Devin Booker is at the point where he knows how to be that guy. And he that guy. And they a problem. I'm serious. I think they're going to be the 8th seed. The Pelicans can still make it, but I don't even want them to, be honest with you. I think it's going to be the Suns. I'm telling you. I just think they got that fire in their eye right now. And D-Book is out to prove to the world, like, I'm that dude. And I think he's going to do it.
Bravo, man. What about you, man? Who do you think will be the 8th seed out West?
I think it's going to be a tie, and I think it's going to be either the Grizzlies. People don't still really downgrading the Grizzlies. They're 8.
They ain't going up, bro.
I know. I'm still. They only need one win, and the
but
rest.
They don't got
team,
Jaren Jackson. They're not gonna make the playoffs.
They won against OKC last game yesterday, and they're still playing good, decent games. And I think if they win one game against the Bucks, the last game the Bucks are going to be sitting against the Raptors next game tomorrow, and I think again against I don't know which other team is Celtics. If they win one game, they will be 34, and there'll be a tie with other teams. I don't know. It depends on who actually left with the rest of them with a similar record. So you look at Portland, Suns, maybe, and maybe the Grizzlies. If you ask me, I mean, I probably think it's going to be the Blazers because they're a really good team, but I could see the Grizzlies making it too. People still
the
like
Blazers. It's not like they've lost a lot, but they're losing too much. You know what I'm saying? I think they only lost like 1 or 2 games, but it's just like they can't lose any game. Like the Blazers and the Pelicans, like they were the 2 teams where like they can lose 1 game. You can't lose more than 1. And the Suns, it's 59-60 to the Heat. It's the halftime. D-Book got 21, bro. They could end up beating this Heat team without Jimmy Butler. Like these dudes is for real. I'm trying to tell y'all. Man,
yeah,
they beat the Heat tonight, man. The Suns got their look in their eye, man. They want to win, and Monty Williams is being a solid coach. I don't disagree with you, Bravo, because it definitely could be the Blazers. But I'm not counting the Suns out anymore. Even if they lose tonight, I don't care. I think this team, like out of all of these teams, who wants it the most? And it seems like it's Phoenix. You can say the Blazers wanted the most. Sorry, Dame, you don't miss those free throws if you really want it. I don't mean to be like that, but you don't miss those free throws. Say whatever you want about Westbrook, but I've never seen him miss a clutch free throw in my entire life.
Yeah, but JMO, you
Why
look
do
at
you
their
gotta bring it back
records.
to Westbrook? Come on, buddy.
Look at their
I'm
records.
just saying Westbrook don't miss clutch free throws.
He just
That's
misses
all
clutch
I'm
shots.
saying.
He just misses threes. That's all right.
Yeah, he misses threes, but he don't miss clutch free throws.
You know what? Even the Spurs have a chance. I don't know. Is it possible?
Nah, it's gonna be, to me, it's Suns or Blazers at this point. Like at this point, it's one of those two.
I don't know why you really completely counting out the Grizzlies. If they win one
Because they
game,
don't
that's it.
have Jaren Jackson Jr.
They just
How
did you
they-
see how they beat the OKC last game?
That was luck.
That was a desperation.
Yeah, that was
win.
luck, man.
That was so. I don't see them doing that again.
No way.
They lose
That was
one game.
that was luck.
They lose one more game. They're out.
But do you see their record?
Yeah, they played the Raptors.
If they win
tomorrow.
one game, that's it.
But
They have a great chance
bravo.
to tie.
They have to still win the play-in game, and I just
Yeah.
don't think that's gonna happen. And that's why I don't have them making it. Like they gotta win the play-in game, whether they're for 9th seed, and I think they're gonna get beat. Like not having Jaren Jackson Jr., who is sometimes the best player on your team, that's gonna matter. Like that OKC game is any given day, you know, you can see the Knicks beat the Bucks. Like, you know, that's what that game was. They going against the Raptors, and the Raptors ain't sitting players. They ain't playing. Raptors in championship mode. So they're not beating the Raptors unless they sit down Siakam and them.
I'd agree. All right, fellas, man, we've been on for almost an hour and 40 minutes, man. Let's go ahead and wrap things up and transition into final thoughts. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe if you're new. Check out the description. Go subscribe to all the DSA members, the DSA channel, and all that good stuff. You follow me on social media, Instagram and Twitter. But bravo, man. What are your final thoughts for the show today?
Hey, good show. I really made it late. Sorry about that, but it was good. It was a lot of fun talking to you guys. Always like coming here. We have in 12 days, under a couple of weeks, we'll have the NBA lottery on the 20th. So looking forward to it. And I heard also the rumors of the Pistons getting a secondary bubble, like training, which is hopefully going to be good for us. Yeah, keep it going, Pistons. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you guys next week.
Absolutely. And like you did say, we will be going live during the draft lottery. That will be on JMO's channel, so make sure you guys subscribe to JMO for that one. But Pistons Talk, man, what are your final thoughts for the people today?
Had a really good time talking basketball with you guys, and appreciate everyone watching this live stream. You guys are the real MVPs. If you haven't liked the video, make sure to like it, subscribe to everyone's channel, and had a good time, you guys. Thank you for having me on.
Yes, sir. Couldn't have said it better myself. Heart of the City 313 JMO, Mr. Free Smoke Saturday himself, man. What do you got for the people, man? What do you got for final thoughts?
Trade for Ben Simmons. Like you already know, I'll take him. No, it's been a very great show. You know, basketball is back, and it's just fun to be able to talk about some relevant stuff with our team, because our team got a news story every week, man. It's been going crazy. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys go to the website to check out all of our new content. As always, no Lonzo Ball slander will be tolerated. No Luke Kennard slander will be tolerated. And I saw y'all try today. Look, Luke Kennard is that dude. How many people do we have to mouth? How many times do we have to crush Indiana for you to put some respect on his name? Ask TJ Warren about Luke Kennard, because he was saying TJ Warren is better than Luke. Well, what happened when they faced up? Luke gave him that business. But anyway, no Westbrook slander will be tolerated. No Sekou Naboya slander will be tolerated, man.
I don't think we talked about Lonzo at all. This might be the first above the rim
Right.
we not talked about Lonzo. This is history in the making, folks. So,
Because his coach just took my heart, bro. I don't got the will no more, man. Like we went through this with Stan Van Gundy. Like when you watching a coach that you just watch them destroy a team
I had to jinx
that's
it.
supposed to be a playoff team.
We were that
Like-
close.
They supposed to be a playoff team, bro. And they got Stan Van Gundy, bro. Like
Man, Gentry makes Stan Van Gundy look like a genius. His rotations
does,
are worse.
because I don't think Stan Van Gundy would be that rotation wise. Like wow.
His rotations were pretty bad, but not to the level of Gentry. Gentry is just so stuck in his ways.
Yeah, we should know from Pistons fans. He coached us during the Grant Hill era, so
It wasn't good.
was not good at all. But thank you, folks, for rocking with us today, man. Hopefully, we can help you make your Saturday night a much, much better one. Basketball's back. It's been some great, great NBA action, man. All these teams are playing pretty well, except for JMO's Pelicans. Got to throw it out there, man. But yeah, man, make sure you guys like the video. Check out the description, all that good stuff like we have already said, man. I'm about to watch the Milwaukee Bucks lose to the Dallas Mavericks after Luka drops 40 points. Double.
After Giannis dunks on that whole team.
Oh man,
I gotta try to be like Jamo, man. That's my goal going forward.
Right. Say, talk your smack, man. Talk your smack.
Once Luka drops a 40-point triple double, beats the Mavs,
and they lose by 10.
Beats the Bucks in overtime. Okay, we'll let it be. But thanks for rocking with us, guys, man. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend. This has been Above the Rim with the DSA, and that's the bottom line because Detroit Drew said so, man. Peace.